Las Vegas Discount.net's the best there is. Save up to 50% on your next Vegas trip. And travel, rental, shows, and tours. Find the deals you're looking for. Las Vegas Discount.net. Las Vegas Discount.net. If you're going to Vegas for deals that are the best, visit Las Vegas Discount.net.
FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee, talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Net Radio!
Hola, soy Julio César Chávez.
That's lights out, baby. Lights out all day.
This is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
I mean, this is ridiculous. It's a radio show. It ain't a one-hour television spectacular.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
We gon' know. I got eyes and ears everywhere. I got friends all over the world, man.
Who gives a shit with White? He's a piece of crap.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. Lee Hanish, Andrew Lomachenko, bringing you the wonderful world of boxing. How are you today, Andrew?
I'm doing good, Lee. I'm getting better every time we restart the show.
Go to fightnetradio.com, click it, check it out. We got a lot for you today. We got about an hour's worth of a show because there is no boxing news. And you will see that when I have the news segment. It is the most BS segment of news ever created, ever, in my humble opinion, Andrew. This is probably the lowest point ever for me dragging for stories. Let's get started right out of the way with everybody, Andrew. I think this was the best fight of the weekend. I want your feedback on it. Are you ready for it?
Yes, sir.
There's no doubt that this is the best fight of the weekend. Watch closely. I could turn the audio on for those. Right. Here we go. Fat guy jacks up this dude. Bad, Andrew.
Yeah, well, it looked like the guy didn't even want any, though. You know, I got to say, number 10, he looked like an unwilling fighter that day. Like, he's still not trying to fight. This is no contest. That ain't right. Stop. I like how everyone's
guys like getting into a fight. He's probably a Raider fan.
Oh,
Andrew.
Look. And then here comes the sucker punch.
Right.
He's like, don't do it.
He got asses out. How great is this? This is like a Raider game.
Then number 10, I like how number 10 pulls him down so his friend gets the leverage and then acts like he's not fighting again.
And here's the thing. They're all going to get thrown out, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing I don't understand, even with Raider fans, because the most brutal, vicious thing I've ever seen in my entire life was that knockout at the Raider game that you and I went to. That might have been the most brutal knockout I've ever seen. To where an EMT shrugged and went, "It happens."
Yep. Yes, sir.
They know that they're going to get thrown out, right? Like, you have to know that when you throw the first punch.
Well, that's the least of their worries at this moment. I mean, you got assault charges and everything else that can come with it. Like, number 10, I think he throws a punch, though, so it's good if he does throw a punch in this fight. But if he doesn't, he has a total assault case there, and now the big fat guy might be going to the big house here. You know, that's the problem with getting a fight. I never like getting into fights at the games. Not saying that didn't happen, but it wasn't because we started it. You don't want to go to jail. No one's trying to go to jail. And so, yeah, but you know, you can't always, what's good about a Raider game, we all look the same. So usually we just duck down, take off the jersey, come up calm, and you walk right out.
Wow. The fact that that's the thing. All right, let's get to the actual
Cops don't know
that
shit.
occurred. That's hilarious.
Did you see anything? Yeah, he ran that way. Officer looks just like me. Go that way.
I think he was Mexican. I think
he was Mexican. He had a fade. Yep.
He was Mexican or black. Okay, and that's not racist. That's a Raider game.
He had a whole bunch of tattoos.
He had a bunch of tattoos. He was wearing a Darth Vader helmet. I don't know what that was about. Canelo Alvarez's cousin fought last night, Andrew. Nephew or whatever the hell he is. What is Ramon Alvarez? Is he the cousin?
He's the brother. He's the brother. He's the reject brother. Yeah.
He is the reject brother. He didn't make weight.
By like, what was it, 6 pounds or something?
He showed up an hour late and then basically got his shit handed to him last night. I mean, dude got jacked up substantially. And why isn't he shaving his head when he's got a hairline like that? I mean, the biggest takeaway from Ramon Alvarez is, why don't you shave your head, bro? That probably would have gotten you the 4 pounds right there.
He looks like a little penis.
He does.
It looks like a puppy penis.
Shave it into a lightning bolt or something. You made Lara look good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
a power puncher. He made him look like a power puncher.
How bad are you when you make Irisindy Lara make you look? You made Irisindy Lara look good. I can't even say it enough. For those of you who don't know, Irisindy Lara defeated Ramon Alvarez by TKO. Here's the backstory.
Second round.
And we were talking about it. We talked about it on Ringside with Rongmundo this week for the prep for this weekend's fight.
Nice.
When we were recording the show, he was already late. And the best part was Jimmy Lennon. We're looking for Ramon Alvarez to report to the stage.
Are you serious? They had to do that?
Yes.
He was in the stadium, so oh my gosh, wow. Yeah, the PBC
the story I heard and the clickbait I read online was that he was trying to make himself puke to make weight.
Oh.
Legit.
Yeah. No,
he never had a shot. He never had a shot at the belt. So basically, no matter what, Lara was walking out of there the WBA regular champion. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they went to the formal trouble of giving him the title, and based on the weight cutting that Alvarez obviously did, he was in no shape to have this fight. I mean, what a joke. I mean, how does Fox actually put this on primetime with a straight face? I just assumed that they wouldn't have the fight.
PBC has had a lot of this this year. These guys have totally sold in. They're there for paychecks. They know it. Lee, there's a war going on between PBC and just about everyone else in the industry. These guys know they're not getting they're getting another fight. Excuse me. They all know it. He's got to fill the date somehow, and they're selling in. Look, we had the one fight on the PBC undercard a few months ago. Didn't the guy walk out of the ring when the bell rang? He just left. Yeah. You know, multiple dives, multiple guys just quitting over mismatches. You know, the PBC is pretty bad right now, and the only way you can see a good fight is through pay-per-view. And that's something that I thought the PBC was supposed to change. And I thought Al Heyman was changing that in boxing. It was back to free television. So, you know what?
Al Heyman is not changing. Al Heyman isn't changing that. Al Heyman is trying to get a payday. I mean, that's all he's about.
Yep. He ripped off a lot of people. That's all he did. And and hopefully he made some of these fighters good money. I think he did, even though I don't think they seen their highest potential. Seriously. Mayweather, yes. Mayweather financially, his highest potential. Mayweather legacy-wise could have been a lot better. Lee, I'm telling you right now, he should have fought Manny Pacquiao 6 years before he did. He still wins that fight. Yes, would he have made as much money? Fuck no, he wouldn't have. But he would have been bigger in his legacy. And then I would have moved him up to fight Sergio Martinez after the Chavez fight. The blown ACL, damn well Mayweather should have took on Martinez the next year and a half a year. Whenever he comes back from that ACL, he would have been way bigger. But financially, they did good. As far as everyone else in the PBC, no. I mean, like you say, Deontay Wilder's made good money. but he's so far behind the other two that are making money in that division right now. And he has more experience than both of those guys, especially as being in the world champion level here in America. So, this I'm gonna be honest with you, I had no interest in watching this fight. And I think another thing that's really starting to hurt the PBC, there's a lot of boxing on before these cards ever get started. I'm a little burnt out by the what is when you're watching 13, 14 fights already in one day, and now you got because you can watch the undercard start at Lee 7 in the morning. Fuck, I mean seriously, they're showing so much content.
This past Saturday it was 9 a.m. West Coast time.
Exactly. So they're showing so much content right now. These fights are getting put on at 7 p.m. here on the West Coast side, and I'm kind of just a little burnt out. You got to give me something better than Ezrealandi Lara versus Ramon Alvarez, and then you keep reminding everyone how he's the brother of Canelo. Like that fucking makes the fight any better.
Like he beat up an actual Alvarez.
Yeah, exactly.
You
beat up Team Alvarez.
They're light years different. They're not even remotely the same.
They might even be the same dad. You know what I'm saying? Am I an asshole for saying that?
My first. Hold on. Here. I'll say an asshole statement. We are after the fight interviewing Lara. He needs an interpreter, but his trunks say the American dream. What? Okay.
Well, what I like
translate the American dream to me.
What he means by that is, I believe he came here and became a citizen, right? And then he became successful, and that's what every immigrant.
Would you define Araceli Lara as successful in boxing?
Yeah, Lee, this man's a millionaire. He's made millions of dollars in his profession. He's very successful. Yes, you got to give him that. So he is the American dream. He came here and he made it. Yeah, you would actually. Already. No, you can. He's made good money, bro. He's been in a lot of big fights, and he's been under there with the PBC. They were paying heavy. Come on, give me $1 million, Lara.
$2 million.
Yes, told you, baby.
$2 million.
Hey, that's more than Americans make here. Okay, there's a lot of American men that haven't made that.
If he played baseball, he'd be more successful. I'm just saying, as a Cuban
will you stop it? So racist this morning.
Is that racist?
I'm just. Right, I don't.
Move forward.
I don't.
More boxing results.
Oh, poor
man. Michael Zarafa. Okay, first of all, this week we didn't have a exceptional people podcast with our friend. He had some family issues. And so respectfully, I checked in on him this morning at 5 or 6 in the morning or whatever it was. He apologized profusely for not providing a recap. You saw how I wanted the show written. So we'll get it next week, I'm sure, because I don't want to ruin the joke or the setup or what I wanted covered specifically from this fight card. So you guys will get that report next week. That's Sam Navajero. He does have a new episode out. It's available on our Facebook page of FightNet Radio on Facebook. So it was a big upset. Unheralded Michael Zarafa stopped former WBO welterweight champion Jeff Horn in the 9th round in a middleweight action on Saturday night at Mandingo Stadium in Mandingo, Australia. The official time of the stoppage was 2:24 of the 9th round. There you go. That's all you need to know. Is there anything that I need to go further on with that sentence? Jeff Horn actually got stopped.
He went too big. He went too big. That's all that happened there. The reach, the punching power. Yeah, what we need to remember, Lee, is that Horn was dominated by a 147-pounder Terrence Crawford, so we can't be too surprised that he went to middleweight and got beat by a journeyman. So very sad fight. He had a lot of money on the table. He could have been a lot bigger if he would have just stood in his division. He might have a chance to go back, but we all know he was looking for the Lee Honish payday. He wanted Canelo or Triple G. That's what he went to middleweights for.
And that's what everybody was talking about. And he was looking for that payday.
Yep.
And now he gets nothing. He will be a drunk guy appearing in Australian videos shortly. Like I expect that to happen.
I mean, seriously, if anything, beg Manny for a rematch in Australia under the PBC, maybe. They do a fight with them. You know, if Al Heyman's looking to make some money off of Pacquiao, he might be able to try to sell that right now. Manny's pretty hot right now with his fan base again. They might be able to sell that fight on pay-per-view just alone on Pacquiao's name. So there could be something like that, but nothing at middleweights. He just didn't look big enough.
There you go. From here, I will read the official press release from Top Rank. You know it when Bob really enjoys. I don't want to get him started, so.
Sorry. Good morning, Andrew.
Hey, Mr. Aaron.
It's yesterday in London. Did you know that?
Yes, sir.
Or it's tomorrow. I think it's Labor Day here. They don't have Labor Day. They have Boxing Day or Beetle Day or something. Some crazy bullshit like that. What do they have?
I have no idea. I know Jeff Horn was saying Happy Father's Day yesterday, so I don't know if he was knocked out or it's Father's Day in Australia, but that's what Horn was saying after the fight.
Well, I sent you shitheads the official press release and want it read. Got it?
All right. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
London, August 31st, yesterday or the day before. I don't really know based on the time gap. Vasily Lomachenko presented with quite the test. No, it wasn't. But after 12 rounds, the pound-for-pound Picasso. Look at the writing on this. Kudos to Evan Korn for writing this. I'm sure he doesn't get enough credit, and I'm sure he's the guy who wrote this. So kudos to Evan Korn for writing this press release. Or I don't know who wrote this. I want to believe it's Evan. He does media relations for Top Rank. Because if he did, you started a sentence with "but," which is already awesome in my mind. Like that should be the beginning of a sentence, right? I'm not really good at writing, Andrew.
Yeah, I think I was told that in elementary.
Sentence, but
yeah,
should almost be an exclamation mark. But exclamation mark. After 12 rounds, comma, it was the pound for pound Picasso. I feel like he even highlighted the P's with bold. Doesn't it seem like that almost? Okay. Who prevailed, scoring a unanimous decision, 119-108 twice and 118-109 overall. Over Campbell to retain the WBO, WBA, WBC, PDQ-RST, IB, CDQ-RST belt in front of the O2 Arena. Lomachenko is now one belt short of being the undisputed unanimous lightweight champion. Richard Comey is expected to defend the IBF strap against Teofimo Lopez, and Lomachenko wants the winner, and so does Bob. Campbell fought Lomachenko on even terms or close to it for the first 4 rounds. At the end of the 5, Lomachenko nearly doubled Campbell's output, and that was basically the tale of the fight, Andrew, right there. First 4 rounds looked somewhat competitive, and then we switched gears, and that was basically the end of the fight.
No. I would say after maybe 8, 9 rounds, it was the end of the fight.
Really?
This was
very. Past the Fury pictures and let me get to the. Oh, he was in his glory, was he not? I mean, the whole posing and throwing his arms this time, he was fantastically crazy by his standards. Buffer was great. All right. So tell me about your perspective of the fight. I thought half of the fight was watchable. Half of the fight was Lomachenko kicking ass and taking names.
No. I think we seen gaps in his offense, weaknesses, openings. Listen, this kid Campbell had I think it was a 5-inch reach advantage. He looked like he had a 3-4 inch height advantage. It showed. Vasily kept coming off of his feet and walking right into an uppercut to the gut, and it was hurting him. It was very obvious that he was getting hurt on some of these body shots, slowing down. I mean, we literally seen him walking backwards last night at the end of multiple rounds. It wasn't just 1 or 2. ESPN was, they're all on Lomachenko. Lomachenko, he's a robot too. I like his new name, Tess. Is that what they're calling him now? They just call him Tess. So we got Dre, what's Timothy? Tim and Tess. That's their name now. Dre, Tim, and Tess. That dude's a nut hugger to the max. You know, you could even hear it in his voice. He's like, Campbell. Oh yeah, Campbell's doing good. Oh yeah, you know, I really like it. Oh my God, there's Lomachenko, and now he's dialing in the numbers. Shut the fuck up. Seriously, he throws one punch. Seriously. Now, Campbell did great. It was a great fight. Look, I thought Lomachenko was going to stop him in 5 rounds. It was not that at all. He's 31 years old. You know, you could say he's slipping. I don't know. That's still right there in his peak. The guy started late as a professional. It was disgusting to hear them call off his amateur record. We need to get off the amateur record thing. I think everyone knows it's clear. You know, Lee said it even many times here. He was a man fighting boys at a point in his amateur career. Can we get off of that already?
You mean his 400 amateur fights?
Yeah, they're like
into adulthood.
Yeah, a test was now adding his professional record with his amateur record. He's adding those two together now. So it's like, what? It's garbage. It's garbage. He's a very good fighter. But I'm going to tell you what, in his last 2 fights at lightweight, he's had a real hard time. Linares and Campbell both have given this guy hell. I know why they don't want to fight Miguel Berchelt. Now, will he be a favorite against Miguel Berchelt? Of course he will. But does Miguel Berchelt throw a fucking better body shot than Campbell? Lee? Did Campbell go into this fight as a body puncher? Did anyone before the fight go, they really got to worry about Campbell's work to the body because he destroys people down there? No. So if Vasily couldn't take the shots from a guy who's...
Andrew, this is Teddy Atlas. Hello, how are you?
Very good.
What weight class are these?
Lightweight, 135.
They shouldn't be considered as fighters.
Oh shit! You stop. No, he named other guys like Roberto Duran. He named other and let me tell you guys, the feet work of Loma is very impressive. But so was Roberto Duran's feet work at lightweight. Anyone ever seen the videos on him? Do you know they used to call Pacquiao the Duran of lightweights? Look at how fast Manny was. But you know one thing those 2 other fighters brought was a hell of a body attack. Dead serious. Not only are they power punchers, but they would rip to your body. So, you know, he's the greatest. He's a blah, blah. Stop. I don't even know where he ranks on the lightweights, but he's not number 1. Sorry. Not beating Campbell and Linares in your last 2 fights make you greater than any of the 2 guys I just named, or throw Chavez in there. Chavez, Duran, Whitaker. That's a 12-round fight. It's a 12-round fight. Lomachenko showed good defense. I don't know if Whitaker would have the power, so that's a good matchup. But Pacquiao, Duran, and Chavez, you guys got to stop right now because those guys all had body attacks, and boy, did the guy look weak to the body last night. He ends up winning, but he was supposed to win. Everyone had him winning. Yes, you got to give Campbell credit because he was a gold medal winner. I hear that. But we also thought we were watching the pound-for-pound best in the world, and Campbell isn't on that list, so he shouldn't be close.
Andrew, are you still talking about the lightweights? When will we talk about some heavyweight boxing?
Nah. Heavyweights are on pause right now. But
Andrew,
so yeah, I mean,
they are the pound-for-pound best boxers.
They want to fight Teofimo Lopez or Comey next. Those are, you can add those 2 names.
Teofimo. Obviously, they're setting up Teofimo, and the other one that we talked about on Ringside with Rongmundo is, by the way, he's 50-50 right now, Andrew. I'm still not going to give.
But you can add either of those guys' names to Petrasa,
well, I'll tell you the other name that came up
Rigondeaux. Well, I got a point to be proven here.
Inoue is the name that's been popping up after the Super Series.
Of course it's Inoue. He weighs 102 pounds. Of course they want fucking fight Miguel Burchell. Lee, go look at the WBC champ, 5 pounds under him, and ask me why these men don't even mention his name. And shame on Bob, too. Even though I'm going to tell you, you heard Bob last night talk about featherweights and super featherweights. Don't be surprised, you guys. He knows Vasili's 31, right? He's seen last night in round 8 and 9, that fight was still very close with the guy he was a big favorite on. Don't be surprised if they pull the trigger and put him in a tougher fight than they would have before, because they don't want to lose to a Mikey fucking Garcia. Do you understand? They don't want to lose to a Richard Comey who's already played both sides of the lines. And Richard Comey's from PBC too. There's no say that he sticks with Bob Arum. You want to play with someone in your own stable, correct? And that's where Miguel Burchell's name comes back in. He has the fan base. He has the record. And now from last night, he has a great style to go up against Vasily Lomachenko. His body tack is real. That knockout percentage that he has, that shit is all real. It's going to be an awesome fight if they pull that one off. That's the only fight I am lit. Inoue's fighting Nonito Donaire. This is another Guillermo Rigondeaux. People, didn't we learn once already? Rigondeaux came up to fight Lomachenko. How good of a fight was that?
I knew you liked it.
No, it's I like Lomachenko, don't get me wrong, but ESPN's way too heavy on him. Way too heavy. And they need to stop with the amateur record. Lee, I named off a lot of his champs. Go to his box rec, dude. There's not a lot of legends on there. Yeah, you can say, he's been fighting the highest competition. And seriously, the highest competition is Miguel Burchell and Mikey Garcia, and he ain't fucking faced any of them. All right? The highest competition is Orlando Salido rematch 3 years ago, and you ain't never faced it.
I always wonder what my neighbors think at that moment when I blast that horn. I do. Also on the undercard, Alexander Povetkin took on Huey Fury. Does that name sound familiar to you?
Yes, because those are heavyweights.
You know, it's really hard to bounce back and forth on those topics. Huey Fury took on Alexander Povetkin in what I assumed Bob wanted as a Huey Fury thing that he wanted, I think. I don't know. I don't know what they actually wanted, Andrew. I don't know what they actually wanted. Trying to get to those photos. Where are they? I just have Lomachenko photos. There you go. Alexander Povetkin won, and thus ends the Huey Fury run. There you go. I just thought I'd cover it. It was actual boxing news, Andrew.
All right. Hey, Lee, you know that WBC champ I keep talking about, Miguel Burchell? You know he's 36, 1 and 32, and would have I believe a 6.5 inch reach advantage on Vasily when they do meet. Yeah, that's the fight. That's the fight. If Mikey ain't there, that's the fight. Don't give me anything else. I don't want to see the 118 pounds Inoue come to 135. What the fuck? Are you serious right now? This is what I'm supposed to be happy about? Tell Inoue to stay where he's at. He needs to handle business out there. You got a division you skipped, buddy. It's called the WBC, the super featherweight champ, Miguel Burchell. 36, 1 and 32. Go face that.
Not the same. I have to turn it up all the way for the same effect, Andrew. I just do.
You fucking don't even mention them. It's pathetic.
Hi, everybody. Everybody take a deep breath. We've covered those facts. We appreciate all of you who listen on a weekly basis. Please go to fightnetradio.com. Check out our Facebook page. Click subscribe, follow. It is more boxing stuff. What did you think of the brand new logo I put out? which is you can go see at Fight Net Radio on Facebook. I'm thinking this is the shirt, right? Right there. That's
Very nice. Yeah.
very clever, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you okay?
What do you mean? What? What do you want me to say? It's not okay.
I think you popped a gasket.
Yeah. I just want to see the fight already. That's the fight. That's the fight for boxing.
There we go.
Thank
Yeah.
you. That is the fight.
It's okay. Keep going. It's okay.
Yes, Andrew, tell us more about the lightweights that shouldn't be on the pound for pound list.
Oh, will you stop? Some of the best fights in the last 2 eras have been from the lightweights. You need to stop it,
I
Teddy.
didn't make up what that crazy punch drunk man said.
Right. No,
He's
I
the
hear
one
you.
who had an issue with the lightweights.
No, what did he?
And
Remember
I'm
what
not
he?
gonna
What did he
let
say? Anyone
Never
under
forget.
140?
Never forget.
Hey, didn't he
What?
say anyone under 140? Right? He said anyone under the
Yeah, right.
junior welterweights he doesn't really care about.
He's awesome. Teddy Atlas is awesome when it comes to crazy stuff. But we have a new champion of crazy, Andrew. Are you ready for our first story of the week?
Yes, I am.
And by the way, I highly recommend you guys going to. Oh, I did have a story about that. Okay, here we go. Highly recommend checking out the video on Fight Net Radio. I'm sure I will clip this next piece out. We have a new champion of crazy, Andrew. Are you ready for our new champion of crazy? Here it comes. Wait for it. There he is. Alexander Usyk is now our new champion of crazy. I know for those of you who are not watching the video of this, I can't say enough about he is clearly aware of Instagram. He is clearly aware of video. I mean, this dude is a slice of awesome, Andrew. He's so awesome that I had to turn him into a talking puppet for the show. And I would like to now debut Alexander Usyk on the.
Hello, Andrew. How are
How's
you?
it going? Very good.
You like my videos? They're very funny, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
I think they're very funny.
I think he said.
I like photobomb. Is that what you call them? Photobombs? Look into my eyes.
You definitely look a little more comfortable around Bob Arum than you did the 3 girls earlier in the week. I'll give you that, champ.
Why, you mean this photo, Andrew?
Yes, the victim photo. Lee, what is going on here, bro?
Well, I don't know what to say between this and this. I'd like to believe that Usyk is that self-aware that he's making crazy faces, but is he gay? Did he not bring Viagra? Did he forget the condoms? He's the only one dressed in the photo.
He's covering his pee-pee. He doesn't even want them to touch it. He's like, I'm here for a picture, and then leave me alone. That's what that body language tells me. You will not see my body. You will not touch my wee-wee. Lee, this looks like the biggest setup photo I've ever seen.
Shout out to Tyrone McCants. Nobody noticed the dude is fully dressed. He's not interested.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right.
No, thank you, Tyrone. You're
I
absolutely right. Lee, you seen me blow up your phone when I seen it, bro.
You couldn't stop.
This is the weakest. I am not. I'm not that guy picture I've ever seen.
The meme by Ipul Razak. If you're not watching the video, yeah, that's funny. Dead on.
The only thing I told Lee, you guys, maybe those are Oscars girls, and they did something to Usyk he didn't want that night. You know, that might be a birthday present from Mr. Hoya.
Hey.
Them girls came with spoons and strap-ons.
Why'd you bring up my name, eh? What the fuck?
Oscar, you did it to yourself, buddy. You did it to yourself.
Hey, bro. What the fuck's up?
Yeah.
Did you watch my fight card on Friday night for free? Out in the middle of the air in Pasadena?
Very nice.
I could walk like 2 blocks and go get drunk after the fight, bro.
It's a sad
and my
picture.
girls are way hotter than that. Those are some Russian babes.
Could be the saddest picture of 2019.
There you go. Did I cover all the Alexander Usyk you could fit into a nutshell? By the way, if this tells you anything about this week's news cycle, this is the biggest news story I've got so far. Next story.
He's like a girl that doesn't like her own body. You know what I mean? I guess when you sleep with you sick, it has to be with the lights off.
Andrew, don't piss me off.
No, I know you're a scary looking dude. I get it, but bro, that picture's scary. I don't understand what you're doing, man. You're like Jim Carrey, seriously, from Dumb and Dumber. When that bus pulls up, and they're like, "Oh, we need someone to oil our bodies," and he's like, "Oh, you just missed the guy. He was right down the road." Yeah, you're that dude in that photo. Seriously.
He's all sorts of crazy. He's all sorts of crazy. All right, enough. Moving forward to our next big boxing news story.
Lee.
YouTube star KSI and Logan Paul will turn professional boxing for their rematch on November 9th. They need Eddie Hearn now on board to promote the fight. The pair fought to a majority draw in their first fight in August 2018. By the way, for those following the story, I have called out Logan, Jack, Jake, or Peter or Paul, or whatever the hell their names are, to a grappling match at any time, 10 minutes, or fight to the death. I'm good with fight to the death as well. He's actually in pretty good shape. It would be pretty hard. I'm just betting on the fact that he's never taken a jiu-jitsu lesson in his life. The pair fought to a majority draw their first time in August 2018. The reason I kept this story, other than Eddie Hearn can smell money, is because of this fact. The fight was a huge payday success. It generated 1.1 million buys at $10 a piece. Holy shit.
Yeah. No, I see
These
that.
are nobodies, Andrew. I mean, KSI's kind of someone, and Logan Paul is famous for something. I don't even know what he's famous for.
They were on the internet, Lee. You know how it goes. The 1.1 million isn't a lot when you think about how many people are on the internet every day. So, but it's a success money-wise. No, I don't get it twisted. It's a success money-wise. 1.1 million on a thing that sees billions, though, is a very low percentage of people that tuned in when you're playing to the world, right?
They got 1.1 million people to pay $10, bro.
I hear you.
That means they each probably got a $2 or $3 or $4 million payday for that.
Now, isn't
fight.
Isn't KSI from across the pond, right? He's a UK guy, KSI.
KSI. Yeah, I guess.
I don't think he's from America. And then you got Logan. These guys are kind of famous over here. So, I mean, that's kind of how they put this thing together. You know, these guys are YouTube stars over here in the States. You know that. So
I could totally choke this dude out.
Oh, they're fucking losers. Come on, Lee.
I know.
What are we doing here? We're promoting some bullshit here.
At $10 a piece? Come on, Andrew. That's free lottery.
Oh, dude, it's awesome. No, that's what the internet brings. That's why we don't have HBO and Showtime anymore. Even though, still kind of miss it. Gotta say, I miss there only being two big fish in the pond, and everyone needed a fight to get there. Now, we're watered down, man. We're watching bullshit, man. Hey, Campbell versus Campbell versus Lomachenko. At least it was good when the fight got started. It was a great fight. I got to give it that. It was Lee. He was putting work in. I agreed with a lot of what Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley were saying. They seen Campbell was putting in work last night. Going into that fight, though, no one said, no one called their family and said, hey, you got to stay home. This is going to be a hell of a fight tonight. Just trust me. No one said that. If you watched it, you watched it. That's all that happened. We don't have that anticipation anymore, right? Where there's a buzz. There's no buzz. Lee, let me be honest with you. Lee, that was the pound for pound champ. If he's not pound for pound, he's top 2 or 3 in the world. Where was the buzz?
I think for this week's drinking episode, Andrew, I think anytime you segue back to Lomachenko or you hear the horn, you drink. So by at this point in the show, 41 minutes in, you should be plastered. You should be.
Triple G had more weight here in America and Mexico than Lomachenko.
Our next big story this week. Bernie Sanders got beat up by a speed bag again. I highly recommend that you go to Fight Net Radio and check out this video, because I guarantee Andrew and I are going to talk about this for at least 3 minutes, because this is hilarious video, Andrew. Like, I can't even stress it enough. Are you ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready.
I feel like I need that. Are you ready for this? Dun 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 dun.
You can already tell it's bad. That bag.
Oh. One more time. Oh. He even said, oh.
That bag almost did permanent damage to his eye if he would have broke that.
Bernie Sanders. A boxing bag almost killed Bernie Sanders. Have you ever been hit in the face by a boxing bag? I can't even recall that happening to me at all, ever.
As a young child, yes. First time on the speed bag, we all do this. This is Bernie's first time on a speed bag. You got to know that bag's coming back. You hit it that hard, it's coming back that fast.
Dude, I got a 50-inch wingspan. Are you kidding? I'm like literally 3 feet away from the bag when I'm working with the speed bag.
Right.
And I suck at the speed bag. But look at his little tiny arms. He's got little velociraptor arms. So he has to come all the way in.
That first jab is decent. That first jab will bust you in the nose. You see that first one, Lee? He missed, but it's a good jab. It's a good jab. Then it just all falls apart. He comes in,
now
he's leaning
based on
forward.
his jab, Andrew, are you voting for Bernie Sanders now?
Oh, hell no. Fuck no. Lee, I make money. Come on. I want my kids to eat steak, not hamburger. You know what the fuck? You know when he says that shit about, oh, everyone needs to eat hamburger. No, we don't, motherfucker. What are you talking about? I went through 17 years of schooling to get where I'm at. Now you think I just want to give my kids hamburger? Fuck out of here.
Oh, it doesn't get old, bro. I watched this for at least 5 minutes before on a loop of just Bernie getting hit in the face. And I don't know why I find it so amusing. Like, it's everything. Like, he's never encountered a heavy bag in his life. Like, he thinks it's.
Like, Lee, I'm starting to become a believer in our state, California, is starting to resemble what our politicians have been doing the last 25 since they've been here, right? Yeah, we've been Democratic for a while. It's bad, bro. I'm tired of looking at my streets the way they are, Lee. The filth, drug use, Lee. I work in the city, man. I see it all day. I sent Christina. I found a dime sack of crystal meth on the fucking sidewalk Friday in San Francisco. I stomped it out. I stretched out, but I'm tired of this shit, dude. Like, where are our politicians? I thought we had the politicians that were for the poor. You know what I mean? It really, when you drive around my San Francisco, Oakland, Stockton, Livermore, it's even in Livermore, you drive up our freeway and Livermore used to be a nice area, and you're seeing now there's tents all in their canals. What is going on? Like, come on.
Timed it wrong, but it was pretty close. I was debating between Bernie Sanders calling in or you having a hot take. I went with you had the hot take.
I don't
This
know
is
what
my
to do,
favorite
man.
segment of the show. Again, I cannot recommend it enough for the regular listeners to go and watch the video of this.
And seriously,
it
Lee,
literally doesn't get old.
Nobody could give him advice about the speed bag before he did. Bernie must have went in there with confidence, like, no, I got this. Everyone
You realize we have to see what the comments are, right? You realize that that's the best part of this.
Go ahead.
Or a windbag takes on a speed bag. Not bad. I fought the bag and the bag won. Not bad. That's a great demonstration of how socialist politics come back and hit you square in the face. Political. You mean like a police department, firefighter, highway, and public schools? Or did I miss something? No. Trump won by being himself. These people are trying to convince. No. Time for a nursing home. I like that. He punches like a socialist. Everybody calm down. I want just funny. I'd like to see Bernie throw a boomerang next. Kudos to Kelly on Twitter for putting in the GIF stick figure on top of it. No. Is that Charles Manson on the video camera? Okay, I clearly missed that one. Hold on, I have to go back and look now. It is Charlie Manson. No. Yeah, man. Let's listen to some Beatles. It's the White Album. All right. Moving forward. This comes to us, boxing champion charged after unlicensed cougar escapes. Yeah, I like this story a lot. Tyrone Spong.
I don't even know that dude. Hey, who's this guy?
I don't even know this dude, but this is already great, right? Boxer Tyrone Spong. Hold on. We got to look him up.
Yeah, exactly. It says champion. Champion of what? Golden Gloves?
Hold on. No, he's got a couple of titles at heavyweight, but let's see what we find about Tyrone Spong. Let's get a backstory before.
Damn, he's undefeated. Hold on. Oh, Netherlands. Oh, there you go. There you go.
He's 14-0.
Fights in Miami,
KOs.
Florida. Go down, Lee. Where's this guy been?
He's fought his next fight. He beat Jason Minda. Yalto. A lot of shamalama ding dongs in this pile, Andrew. There's nobody.
Yeah. Hey, but he's a real boxer. All right, he's a real boxer.
He's a real boxer.
Got power. How tall? 6'2", 74. He's kind of on the small side for a heavyweight.
He's a big heavyweight.
He's small. He's small. 6'2". Come on, Lee. That's a forward in the NBA. That's small, man. Or no, that's not even a forward. That's a point guard, right? Yeah, that's a point guard. 6'2". That's Steph Curry out there. Get the hell out of here. He's bigger than them, but you know what I'm saying, height-wise.
Pseudo champion boxer Tyrone Spong has gotten himself into a lot of hot water in a very spectacular with a very spectacular pet. According to Dave Flesher of South Florida's Sun Sentinel, Spong was hit with 20 misdemeanor charges for keeping a cougar as a pet, ultimately allowing the animal to escape. The cougar, which was instantly thought to be endangered Florida panther, was found roaming the South Florida neighborhood in January, and authorities had to subdue the 60-pound cat with a tranquilizer. The WBC and Latino heavyweight champion has been charged with keeping an animal without a permit, allowing the cougar to escape with it, keeping it in too small a cage, and not providing a shelter, among other charges. Upon arriving at Spong's Parkland, Florida home, authorities found macaws, cockatiels, and cages that didn't have clean water. Oh, what a classy guy. Mr. Spong has an extremely dangerous Class 1 cougar. Class 1 cougar. Really? Which ultimately escaped and was loose in a residential neighborhood during daylight hours while school was not in session during New Year's Day 2019. Consulting. Okay, so here's what happened. I can tell you what happened. Spong got liquored up on New Year's Eve, let the cougar out in the yard to walk around. Yeah, go to the bathroom, right?
Fell asleep.
He passes out, and on New Year's Day, Captain Cougar goes on a walkabout. Isn't there like a Will Ferrell cougar thing?
Look at the penalty. You see the penalty on that? Huh. Hella funny.
I feel like there's a Will Ferrell cougar. Yeah, right. There's a Will Ferrell cougar clip. If you could drive, you can drive with a cougar in the car, right?
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, he said, "Don't be nervous." The cat knows she can feel you being nervous.
Hold on, I'll come back to this. What was the fine? Each 20 misdemeanor charges that Spong faces carries a maximum penalty of 60 days in jail.
What?
Yes.
And that's not even a violent crime. So he's out in 30. He gets halftime for that. It's not a violent crime.
Oh, the cougar in the car. That's a cougar, Daddy. That's right, son. If you can drive with a cougar in the car.
And then his dad, I strapped a pound of Columbia's finest under your car, son. You better go.
This is one of the finest movies ever made.
Yes, sir.
Well, he's wearing a Crystal Gale t-shirt. God damn, great movie. I'm gonna have to watch it again. Talladega Nights, The Legend of Ricky Bobby. If you can drive with a cougar.
So what's dumber, a cougar or the alligator in your lap? Who is that? Oscar Valdez with his damn alligator in the lap, petting it like it's a fucking lizard. Man.
That's strong. That is some strong ass stuff. I don't know what the upset. Right, this goes back to Tyson and his tigers.
I'm gonna say he couldn't feed that cougar anymore, and he tried to release it. That's all. I'm gonna go with that one. It's 60 pounds and growing.
Dude, a class 1 cougar. The fact that they've got delineations for cougars is crazy. Class 1 cougar.
I know. I wonder if it's the size of the cat. You know, maybe if it's a bobcat, is that still considered a cougar? Or, you know what I mean? Is it part of a cougar family where they think that's a little bit more? I don't know how they're playing that. I don't know what makes it a class 1 and a class 2. But what I am saying is that those animals eat a lot. He was 60 pounds and growing. I think that dude might have ran out of food and just let his cat go. That's what they all do.
Hold on.
When you have an illegal animal, right? You're not licensed to have it. Well, you can't just turn it in.
Sure, it's like the bookmobile. You just go down to the local zoo and go, here. I
seen a documentary on this. There was a kid who flushed his alligator down the toilet and he becomes giant and takes over the city of New York.
Oh my God.
Happens all the time.
Hold on, Andrew. I have the Steven Espinosa calculator. 20 misdemeanors.
60 days.
60 days and 500 per penalty.
I know homies that would laugh at that. They would have done that crime.
According to the Steven Espinosa calculator, Andrew, he will spend life in jail and a $4 million fine. Please sign the contract. It just keeps printing out, please sign the contract. From The Onion, Andrew. Are you a big reader of The Onion?
Nope.
Do you know anything about The Onion?
No, sir.
Everybody who's listening to this or watching the video, you now know why I put this story in, because Andrew has never read The Onion before. This is going to set up really good, and trust me, it's going to turn into an Andrew hot take. I'm just telling you guys, for the punchline to the whole thing. Even me saying this out loud isn't going to screw up what's about to happen. Aging boxer veteran wishes someone had told him being punched unconscious could cause brain damage.
Oh, no.
Boston, frustrated that he had gone decades in the ring without once being warned of the risk, aging boxer veteran Tony Sheehan told reporters Monday that he wished someone had told him that being repeatedly punched unconscious for years could damage his brain. I mean, I guess I kind of knew it couldn't be exactly good for me, but it would have been nice if someone had just sat me down and told me receiving thousands of blows to the head from 200-pound men might give me some issues, said the 46-year-old former heavyweight, expressing shock and disappointment that none of his former coaches or fellow boxers had talked about how his cognitive functions might negatively be impacted by enduring serious short-term boxing-related comas. I know there's always a certain amount of risk involved when competing in a contact sport like this, but this whole brain damage thing really came out of the blue. I would have never made such a short-sighted decision if I knew 22 straight years of traumatic brain injuries would hurt my brain. At press time, Sheehan had announced his return from retirement. All right, Andrew, I'm ready.
Now wait a minute. I'm a little confused here. So he's returning to the ring? How did that end?
Yeah, he is. Andrew, he's got to make a living.
But he has brain damage. See, this goes back to whenever these guys start talking about brain damage, they should automatically pull their license. I don't even want them fighting anymore. This is going to end in a lawsuit. He's trying to set up a lawsuit right now. Nobody told me. Dude, all you got to do is pay attention to know boxing hurts your brain. All right? There's concussions involved. That hurts your brain. There's death involved. That hurts your brain. Like, he's playing moron to sue somebody. I don't see this working in his favor at all. I don't know if he did this just to get on the Onion and go viral so his next fight sells a little bit more tickets, but I'm not touching this dude with the 10-foot pole if I'm a promoter, a matchmaker, the insurance company that's going to insure the fight. Nothing. He just said he's got brain damage. He just said he didn't know it, but I want to fight again. Check this out, dude. You're going to die next time. Don't fight anymore and send his ass down the river.
All right, Andrew.
I don't get
that. I'm going to help you out with this whole... Wait, hold on. I'm going to help you out with this. See those articles that are appearing here on the left side? Have you read any of the titles?
Yes. Oh, I just
Kobe
read the
Bryant.
Kobe Bryant one. Yeah.
If Shaq's deadbeat father was around to instill work ethic.
Oh shit! No, I didn't finish it.
Hold on, Andrew. Wait for the next story, and maybe you might understand.
Oh, so it's a
the Onion, Andrew, is a fake publication.
you
It is
darn
not
guy.
real.
Oh, yeah.
I have waited forever for the Onion to do a boxing story for that one joke that just occurred. Everybody at the top knew it was an Onion story, was sitting here waiting for Andrew to go off on a rant about.
You're a dick. I was like, I never.
Laugh at yourself. It's
You
so
look like
good.
a broke ass Steve Austin.
He does look like a broke ass Steve Austin. And I want everybody to send me a thank you email because I've literally waited years for the Onion to do a boxing story. Just for that moment. I knew that Andrew had never read The Onion. I knew when I put that article in that was going to be the show-stopping finale of this week's episode. I can't even stress it. That moment should almost cause you to wreck your car if you knew what The Onion was before it all went up. Because it was almost impossible to stifle my laughter. It was almost so perfect. Let's cover next week's fights, Andrew. As you noticed, we have nothing to talk about in boxing. Let's see what little we have to talk about next week. I think the most important thing that I saw for next week was where are you? Not the Ring TV fight. New Orleans, Cornelius Canine Brundridge.
You love that guy.
Such hard times. He's doing 8-rounders, non-televised, Andrew. Canine is doing 8-rounders, non-televised.
We don't even have a fight next weekend. Oh, that sucks.
Devin Haney and Zach.
No, that's the 13th, bro.
Oh, you're right. We finally get a week off. Oh my God.
We don't get a week off. Don't you start.
Hallelujah.
No, I'll put together a show if you think we're gonna get a week off. I'll pull some stories.
We didn't even have shit this week.
I know. No, you should maybe try to go to Box Rec right now. Throw something at me. I bet you there's something up there. We can't just give them an hour show. That sucks, bro. They didn't even get to work.
Oh, trust me. Look, the Onion payoff was a payday, bro. That's a payday. That is literally a payday. Like, it's so good. I don't even know what to say about. Like, I know you don't get it, but those who got it thought that was the greatest. Like, that's a best of show material.
Such a dick.
Look, when I do the next, like the Christmas show or whatever, like the greatest jokes I played on Andrew episode, that's leading it off, man.
Hey, did you see Shaq's response?
That's right up there with Oscar wanting to beat you up all the time because he remembers saying shit 10 years ago.
Way longer than that. We're talking. We might be talking shit a long time ago now.
I really want to believe that Oscar remembers that moment. Oh, I remember you. Like, there's just part of me that really wants to believe that he remembers that, and he's harboring some kind of weird resentment about it. There's nothing going on, bro. There's literally nothing going on. Literally nothing going on next week.
What are you on? You're on. What the hell are you on? Go to the
Box
news.
Rec.
No, go to the news. BoxingScene.com.
Boxing Scene. Why don't we go to Boxing Scene, Andrew?
Oh yeah, they're owned by the PBC. Fuck.
Yeah, Andrew. But that's all right.
I forgot.
We got the Horn thing. We got the Lara thing.
Ooh, look at right there. Oscar Valdez has a date to debut as. Go to that real fast. What does that mean?
It's not actual. Earlier this month, Oscar Valdez vacated the WBO featherweight title because it was time to move on from the 126-pound division, a weight class he'd been fighting at his entire year. Valdez, a two-time Mexican Olympian who made 6 successful defenses of his title before moving up in weight, has been given the date of January 11, 2020 by his promoter, Top Rank, to officially make his junior lightweight debut. His manager, Frank Espinosa, told BoxingScene.com. Espinosa said he prefers Valdez to have a 10-round tune-up fight for his 130-pound debut in November before the WBC and WBO number 1 ranked fighter faces Miguel Burchelt, which means it's never going to happen, Andrew.
You know, yeah, that's a fight Valdez don't want, man. Valdez needs to stay away from Miguel Burchell. That
This
kid.
right here, this shit right here tells me you're not getting your fight. Burchell's not happening. He'll fight. They even tell you who he's going to fight. Jamal Herring. I don't want to see that
Hey,
fight.
Lee, that's a better move for him. You can't take on Valdez is a kid. He's had his jaw broken, his nose broken, both eyes cut. Like, this kid has taken a whooping on his face while being an undefeated fighter. Seriously, he always looks hurt in all of his fights. You don't want to see Miguel Burchell. Miguel Burchell's the real thing. I know it now because Top Rank ain't mentioning him. And Top Rank's the best matchmakers in boxing. It's almost like when Floyd was begging to fight Oscar with them, and they're like, shut the fuck up, you're not getting that fight. It's almost like that. I always like throwing a knock at you Floyd fans. I'm just fucking with you guys. But you know what I mean. Bob knows. Bob's not stupid. Miguel Burchell ain't being mentioned around Lomachenko because Bob Arum knows Vasily Lomachenko probably ain't seeing the 12th round in that fight. Just on size. Lee, this has nothing more to do than size nowadays. The kid, Vasily, he's not a kid. He's a man, straight man. But he looks real small in these fights nowadays. Lee, did he not look small last night? His power is incredible. His power is so good, I would want his A and B sample tested, and I would like his gloves looked at. That's how big his power is. Like, he throws one hook, bam, and
You said the name and you got the air horn, so that's 2 drinks here at the 1 hour marker. You should not be legally allowed to drive a vehicle at this point in the drinking game. Let's see what other stories missed, quote unquote, missed out on. Okay, that's a non-story, by the way. We already know about Bob having Lomachenko fight all over the world. Drink. Oh, come on. Povetkin derails. Yeah. Nobody cares about that. Josh Taylor, I'm confident that I can outfight Progress. Oh, cute. Chisora news. I don't think anybody really cares that Chisora is fighting Parker. That's why I didn't put in the news story. You want David Hayes' reaction to? They have reactions from Hey Baloo. Pointless, right?
Yep. All of this is. Let's go down. I'm trying to look for news. That's more of Saturday's day.
I'm telling you, this nothing. Povetkin, Fury, Charles Edward versus Cesar Martinez. Oh, that's exciting. Cover that. Nope. There's nothing. I'm not making this up. Nothing.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Nothing.
Well, most of the time we see it come over our feeds anyways. I was just hoping there was something that came out in the last 24 hours, but no, it did not look like it.
No, here's all the Saturday news, which is all the shit we didn't care to talk. We talked about all this. All their stuff is coverage of all the fights from Saturday. Let's go to Friday. Maybe there was a story I missed, right? PBC on Fox waits. Aram. There's the Inoue, right? Inoue Lomachenko for Bob's World Tour. Yeah, I told you. A year later, Demetrius Andrade remains like their expression pieces because there's nothing going on, Andrew.
Hey, you heard Andy Ruiz was a little upset with our video. He came out with that. All of you guys saying I'm not training. Have you seen all of his training videos now? He's back in the gym. Hey, then he has a picture of him eating a taco on his Bentley again. He did that one for you, Lee.
Now I'm irritated that Andy Ruiz follows the show.
Play the taco right on your right on the Bentley with the, how do you say it? Horritos?
Hornitos? What? The drink?
Yeah, that drink.
Yeah, that drink. Let's do one thing while we're here. In 2 weeks is Tyson Fury versus Otto Wallen. Don't know who Otto Wallen is? Who cares? It's just an excuse to go to Vegas, Andrew. So
That's
let's
just
get
what
ourselves
boxing is right now.
Right? So we want to get the cheapest possible tickets, unless you're taking a date, and then you're going to have to spend some money. And if you're spending money to get laid and take a date to Vegas, I guess I'm doing this for the English fans because they're the only ones who are going to pay real money for these tickets. But PL5, I think, were the cheapest seats, and they limited those to 2 each, as I recall. I'm not a robot, so I'm going to buy myself a pair of cheap seats, Andrew, at $105 a pop. Those are the cheapest seats, and that gets me Section 19, Row U. What's that mean in English? Let's see the seat map. Section 19. Yeah, you're in the lower bowl. This isn't horrible. I mean, T-Mobile's epic. They're obviously closing the top deck, Andrew. So they're going to just do risers. So $100 gets you down there.
About midway, right? About midway.
It's not bad. Row U, yeah, towards the back, but
yeah.
I'm okay with it. So there are plenty of seats available. And of course, go to LasVegasDiscount.net to plan your trip.
There are plenty of seats. Lee, that's the heavyweight champion of the world. That fight should be sold out, those cheap seats. So, yeah.
He's the people's whatever
it is, man. He's the man that beat the man, and he's still undefeated. So whatever that brings, he should be a lot bigger than what his tickets are showing. But it's his opponent. I'm telling you right now, it's the opponent. These guys have robbed us twice so far. And it's Schwartz and now Olin or Wallin, whatever the fuck his name is. You know.
Well, he's getting paydays before he fights Deontay Wilder because there is a risk of losing to Deontay Wilder. Clearly, Deontay has demonstrated he has one-punch power. Clearly.
And don't let him hit you with 2 because it might really be lights out. He's got one-punch power, and you might get up from that one. You get hit with 2, man. Shit. Over.
It's an expensive weekend in Vegas, and you're probably thinking to yourself, Lee, I want to get laid, so I need a 5 or a 4-star. And I'm here to tell you where your best deal is at this moment. It's going to be an expensive weekend. And there's a lot of stuff going on that weekend in Vegas as well. Like at the same time as that fight, there's somebody over at the Park Theater next door, somebody big, and somebody at the MGM. Something in downtown at the fair. Like there's
always something, but at least Bob's staying loyal.
No. I mean, like really, really big. Like I'm debating, can I get out of the fight quick enough to go to one of the concerts that's going on? Like
at least Bob's staying loyal to Las Vegas, where Eddie Hearn and de-la-hoya have shown, or PBC have shown they're past Las Vegas. Now Vegas is just hurting so bad right now in the boxing scene.
Look at these prices.
You do not see fights going there anymore.
$245 a night. And not even for A grade. $247 at the New York puts you right next to it. They're not even at solid discounts yet, Andrew.
Yeah, I know. That is not a discount, bro, at $247 a night.
This is full price. The Paris is kind of a good deal because the rooms are a little bit nicer.
I mean, seriously, if you do Vegas right, you're basically paying $247 for a shower. Because that's about the only time you should be in your room.
Right. And that's why I recommend to everybody, if you're going by yourself and you're actually like spending anything more than $100 a night, like go to Arizona Charlie's, drive your car. It's a shower, bro. Crash, pull down the shades. What are you talking about? Downtown, or put yourself in downtown. It's a shower.
Don't get under the blankets. Do not
get under the blankets. Take your own blankets. I mean,
all I do climate control. Do climate control with my thermostat. Sleep on top. Get out of here.
Yeah. Get out of there. The Golden Gate's a good deal. I'm actually a fan of the Golden Gate and its location, and it's recently remodeled. And that puts you right in the middle of downtown. I like that. Don't ever say at Circus Circus you'll get ringworm.
That's not a good promotion.
Not a good thing. That's crazy. These prices are crazy.
That should be on our shirt.
You gotta wait literally until the last minute to book my shit. I'm gonna be approved for that fight, so I guess I'm going. Either that or I gotta show up on Thursday and stay till Monday to make the prices work correctly. And I'll probably be the only media member there because everybody's going to stay in town to go over to Cigna Healthcare Extra Dental Park fight thing. What is it? It's
isn't that the Porter? Is it Porter Spence? Who's fighting else on that day?
No. Dignity Health Sports Park. What a stupid ass name. Don't ever take money. It's like the Chargers taking money from Hogue. Why are you guys taking money?
Well, fuck. Who did the Raiders just sign as their stadium name?
Anybody that'll pay, bro.
No, a line.
This fight, Mungai and Alate.
Oh, and Lee, there he goes again. Does that have any interest? That poster right there, does that spark any interest from Alate? Don't even look legit, bro. Seriously, I hope he's a good fighter, but looking at the poster, look him up.
Well,
you gotta look him up.
Here's the thing. Most of the fight media is from LA, Andrew. So is the media actually going to send someone out to watch Tyson Fury go sing Sweet Caroline at the press conference, or are they going to stay in town and watch Jaime Munguia?
No, they're going to stay for Munguia. Especially because, dude, nobody knows who the fuck Fury's
Nobody
fighting.
knows who Alatoy is, but at
it
least
doesn't matter. They're
see
not charging $200 per room.
Good point. Actually, what we're planning for the Munguia Tyson Fury thing, Andrew, simultaneous ringside with Rungmundo. He will be at this fight, I will be at the other fight, and we will do a simultaneous, and you can join in, Andrew. We'll do a three-way.
Well, yeah, but don't get in trouble, you guys. That sounds like you're on playing around getting in trouble.
No, as long as you don't shoot towards the ring, you're always fine. If you watch when I'm at the live event, I don't shoot the ring. I'm not stupid.
Okay.
I do try to get a picture of the venue. It looks really sharp. Ringside with Rungmundo. I think that covers everything, Andrew. I think we have literally covered everything for this.
Wait, yes, I would like to know who Altoy is or whatever the hell his name is.
Alatoy?
They don't even have him. The fight's not even for sure on BoxRec. They don't even have the dude. Do you know that guy's first name? Because he's not under Jaime Mungai's BoxRec as his next opponent.
It says Patrick. How do you feel about Patrick? Yeah, I think. Let's see. What do we got for Patrick Alatoy? Yeah, there he is.
Hey, there you go. 28,
Yeah,
5'9".
He's not. Yeah, 40-3. Yeah.
Ooh, been knocked out twice though.
Nobody.
Yeah, this is shit I'm talking about, Lee. Look at these guys' records: 12-3, 26-3-2, 19-9, 4-22. Come on, how did he even get a title shot, bro? How?
He's never fought in this country, Andrew.
Oscar's like, well, you can't fight absolutely anybody at junior middleweight because they're all PBC guys. So let me make a phone call. He called somebody. Hey, you got any fighters out there?
Maybe it's a different Alatoy, but that sure looks like him.
Yeah, it kind of looks like him. Different hairstyle. I don't know. We'll see.
This is sad.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is what boxing's been, though.
When he leaves Ghana, he loses.
HBO would never have accepted this fight. I'm telling you guys. That's the difference right now. These DAZN and ESPN2, these guys need to get someone that knows boxing to kind of put their foot down on these promoters. Like, no, I do not want fucking, what's his name? Altoy. I don't want Schwartz, Wallin.
Altoy.
It's that's just where we're at right now.
Are you sure?
Well, you tell me what it is. I'm gonna say that those DAZN doesn't have a real boxing guy, and they're putting way too much trust in Eddie Hearn. They're putting way too much trust in Eddie Hearn.
I just went with a different horn sound. It just sounded fun that way.
ESPN, they make a lot of their money on other sports, so Bob can do what he wants. I think they know there's a payday with Tyson Fury, so he's getting a little bit of leeway. He's getting a little bit of some free money because there's a payout for him. Some of these other fights, though, come on, straight garbage. Nobody gives a shit about the dudes in Italy. Who cares about that? They're putting on this content here in the States like people are staying home on a Saturday morning to watch that. I don't think they are. Never seen the numbers to tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, Andrew, this looks like a legit email I just got. I sent a payment to someone I don't know at Yahoo. Just click here to confirm it.
Nice.
Service at int.paypal.com.
You click it, just see what happens. No, I'm just kidding.
Good for them, huh? Yeah, that's real.
Damn it, we're really going to be stretching next weekend, you guys. Sorry about that. No fights.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a best of shit I've done to Andrew and why he hates me secretly and is waiting for me to die to take over the show episode where Will actually show up.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we could spend a couple of minutes bashing Will, who promised to be here. Again.
Didn't even answer the phone.
We blew up his phone this morning. We literally blew up his phone. We actually had a question this week come in through our FightNet Radio. By the way, go to FightNet Radio at Gmail or go to fightnetradio.com and you can send us email that I will read no matter what. Right? I'm good about that stuff. Hold on. This was actually through our submission page, which means it would be the Gmail account. God, can't keep up with all my email accounts, Andrew. There we go. Inbox. There we go. Where are you? There it is. This comes to us from someone named Callie King.
Nice.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, geez.
His email says Brian, but apparently he put in his name as Callie. I don't know who this is, but let's go with it. This question is for Lee. I know Andrew's favorite fighter is Canelo Alvarez. That's not actual. Andrew's favorite fighter is Julio Cesar Chavez. Get it right.
Yes, sir.
If you're talking currently and actively, it is Canelo Alvarez. Am I wrong on either of those?
Nope, 100% correct.
Lee, who is your favorite fighter in September 2019? If I were to guess, is it WBC American undefeated? Nice work in. If I were to guess, is it the WBC American undefeated heavyweight champion, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder? I guess we haven't talked about Deontay in a month, so that's why the question probably got worked in. If you're asking me if Deontay is my favorite, no, he is not my current favorite. It's September 1st. He is, if you want a power ranking of my favorite fighters right now, he is not on the list. He is not even remotely on my list. I pick my fighters based on entertainment value. Andrew picks them based on skill. That's how you can always tell us apart. But you did get a Deontay Wilder note worked in, so congratulations to you, Kelly King. My favorite fighter right now that I am just completely obsessed with, Andrew, who would my favorite fighter be as of September 1st, 2019? I know who it is. I didn't even have to try hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be what is his name? Not Mora. What's the kid's name?
No. Who is the most entertaining, makes the craziest fucking content?
Oh, okay. Then the other one I would say is across the pond. Billy Joe Sanders.
Wow. Yeah, you're getting the top 5 correct. So Billy Joe Sanders, Jesse Vargas, those are the names.
Jesse Vargas, yes.
But Andrew, who has literally made me laugh the hardest over the last month?
Oh my gosh.
Come on, you're going to kick yourself.
I am going to kick myself. Let me think about it.
Parking garage with a broom.
Stevenson?
Nothing but net. Oh, Chavez Jr. by far.
Oh, you dick. Yes.
When he balanced the broom on his face in the parking garage.
I'm sorry, Lee. I missed that one.
From me.
I missed that one.
That's going to get a lifetime pass from me. I don't know if it's as good as his workout videos, truthfully. Like, if you're really trying to compare him, the Chavez workout videos, I'm back, where he's running as hard as he can. And then the comments on Twitter where people are just bashing the crap out of him. But balancing a broom on your chin while the janitor watches in a parking garage next to a dumpster on a ring that is not platformed in something that looks post-apocalyptic. I mean, the whole scene looks like a weird futuristic Book of Eli moment. Like, Want to be fast, son? You got to balance a broom on your face. Like, I could see that scene in the, like, if I did the shit he did, it would be like the Ballad of Ricky Bobby. I could do the Ballad of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Like, he does that kind of level of crazy stuff. Like, his workout videos are bad. His training is bad. The not training at all. And
you're
sleeping.
Absolutely right. The one where he looks like he's in a lobby with the workers staring at him, the girl in the background. I mean, he has had some classic ones, literally.
He has no self-awareness that he looks like a dipstick. He is by far my favorite fighter. There's not even close. I mean, Jesse Vargas would be a distant, and I mean,
come on,
second place.
Billy Joe did test positive for crack while offering crack to a hooker earlier that week.
Yeah, but he's cleaned up his act. He's gone back on the road. He's trying to get his life back together. Like, Jesse Vargas has no shame in his, guess where I am today? Good for you, Jesse. Like, right. I don't know how you do it and box and where you show up. Like Jesse Vargas is a celebrity, but he's not the celebrity he thinks he is, which to me is very entertaining. Billy Joe Saunders, look, offering crack and then being rude to the person you're offering crack to gets you high on my list, gets you into my top 5. No doubt, right? Alexander Usyk is making a strong running at probably the number 4 position with the photo bombing and the crazy eye photos. Like, that's really good stuff. And then rounding out the top 5, that's so tough. There are so many people that float right around. I mean, I guess I got a grandfather one in right here, Andrew, so I'm going to do a blast from the past. You ready for this? Jermaine, I shot my cuz Taylor.
Poor guy.
Changed his nickname to Shot My Cuz. That's a legit thing. That's a level of crazy I can't even care to mention.
He did not. He's so stupid.
He changed his nickname to Shot My Cuz.
No, he didn't. I changed his nickname to that.
He probably gets a career bypass because I've never... If there was social media when Mike Tyson was at the height of his crazy and doing cocaine, I'm sure Mike Tyson would probably get honorable mention because all I hear are secondhand stories about Mike Tyson craziness.
Oh, could you imagine the photo on TMZ that's been viral for years of him with all the cocaine on his nose? Could you imagine that on today's world?
I can't. I can't at all. It's all very fascinating to me. There you guys go. You got an hour and 20 minutes of Fight Net Radio squeeze. We squeezed out the last of that for you because there was nothing going on this week. Go to fightnetradio.com. We would appreciate that a great deal. Also, check out our Facebook page. Click like, share. You want to go see the video. I can't stress it enough. You do want to go see this week's videos. I can't, again, you should be sending me your thank you emails at fightnetradio@gmail. I don't want to underplay Andrew and the onion segment from this week. You're probably forgetting it because we put some junk in here at the end to kind of fill out the hour and 30 minutes of this show. Let me stress it. That was comedy gold.
You're so stupid.
Who's that next week? We'll figure out something to talk about. This is Fight Net Radio, maybe a midweek show, maybe a ringside midweek show, but definitely go check out the Facebook page for original video content.
Fight Net Radio! FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee, talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Net!